Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, and if you're wondering about the new setup, I am starting a podcast soon, but I'm not sure. It's going to be like a variety podcast, and supposed to be starting with one of my boys. It's like 8 years in the making. We wanted to start it way before like podcasts started jumping. Now that's all, that's everything. So I thought, well, let's get it and stop wasting time. Just another creative outlet for me. All right, so let's get on with this TFCon madness. I'm trying to test this out, though. I'm hoping everything is sounding good. I got all this newer equipment. Really amazed at some of the stuff you can do with just your phone. It's crazy to me. I had thousands of dollars of equipment when I was actively in the music business recording. So, man. Kids don't know how they got it. I think we're going to discuss some of that on the podcast as well. But like I said, let's get on with this. I got the pictures pulled up. Now, this is just what I'm interested in. Just going to talk about what I'm interested in. So the first set of pictures is the tracks that's coming out. I think that's the same company that did the Blitzwing, and it looks good. I hate the picture. It's really like a straight up and down pose, so it's not flattering to the product. But there's some more pictures here. You got just some more poses. It's just straight up and down, but it looks pretty clean, and hopefully that backpack is better than the Takara one. We do need another one. Takara's was trash. Wasn't trash, but it wasn't the greatest thing, and I definitely think we need a new one. So you got car mode, and then you got the car plane mask mode. I always call it mask mode because it's like a mask. It's like a mask vehicle. So next up is DX9. I was about to say Magic Square. I think they're in combination with them. DX9's Chrome Dome, which is part of their headmasters. And the robot looks great. I really like the way the robot looks, but the car, I don't know. It just looks like it's crumbled up. I don't like it. I don't like the car. But then again, I mean, we don't get these things all the time for the vehicle mode. So if you're in the Legends, I think this might be a good robot for you if you don't have any of the other offerings. We got some X-Trans bots. They showed their hotspot, which looks great. And I can't complain. Their protector bots look great, and you have all his modes here: his vehicle, the combine mode, his robot mode, and a little base mode. So that's cool. I mean, I don't need a base mode, but if it doesn't sacrifice and you can get it there, here's the combine mode. You have the back of the combine mode just so you can see it, and then they have their Ironhide, which looks great. There's something about it that I don't like. I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on it. Usually panel lines don't really bother me, but the front chest panel lines kind of do bother me a little bit. So we'll see what comes out of that. Just talked about the panel line. There's it looks like a faux chest that you can put on. It kind of covers up the panel lines, but it does have the I guess the heart rate thing. I don't know what that is. Probably from that one episode that I don't remember. So yeah, more pictures, and it comes with a slew of accessories. You know how X-Trans bots do. If anything, they're the accessory king. Like they beat everybody with accessories. Of course, you're gonna get the repaint of Ratchet. It only makes sense. I don't know any company business that are good at business that wouldn't do a repaint. And then you have Fans Toys. Of course, they showed their Ultra Magnus. We've seen this, but they showed, I think, more pictures. The paint looks wonderful. Like the paint looks crazy to me. If it's gonna look like this when it comes out, man. And then they're going with the exoskeleton, which at first I was not on board because I didn't think I would like that, but now it kind of gives me vibes because I had Ultra Magnus as a kid, so it kind of gives me the vibes of back in the day when, you know, that's how the G1 was. It was basically a white Optimus Prime that went into the exoskeleton. So we all knew that when we saw this picture, they would probably repaint it as Prime. You see some of his articulation, which it looks great. Great articulation. And now you see the Prime, the colors. I don't know if it's Digibash, but it's their official, you know, it's their official picture. But you can see Prime looks great. It really does. I thought it would, seeing the Ultra Magnus, the white paint, but yeah, so you see Prime there. So I knew, I mean, again, that's business. Why wouldn't you put out a Prime? If you're already making a Prime, a white Prime, why wouldn't you recolor it and not have to remold it? And Prime is Prime. So it's going to sell regardless. So yeah, here's some more pictures. Looks pretty clean, and it may be my Ultra Magnus. If I get it, here's some alt mode pictures, and it looks great. It really does. I can't complain. You know, I'm not a stickler to exact, so a lot of pictures, when people complain about things, I'm not one of them, really, unless I just don't like the way it looks. Speaking of not liking the way it looks, then they dropped another Constructicon, and I don't like the way this looks. I don't know if it's the paint throwing me off. I'm not sure. It's like a hot pink. I'm sure maybe it's not that in person. I'm hoping it's like a hot pink, and I don't want hot pink on my Constructicons. Arm mode looks money. Like the arm mode looks great. I'm not sure if it's all in one because it looks like the tracks might fold up and then something wraps around the tracks to create that forearm. I'm sure the hand is separate. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing. I will get the first guy that comes out just so I can see what it looks like. If X-Transbots keep up what they're doing, X-Transbots probably gonna be my robot mode, which is weird, which is crazy. We'll see. I'm making predictions too early. Of course, in Fans Toys fashion, as they do, they like to step on Keith, and that's one part of their business I don't like. I really don't like it. For one, I think I mean, competition is good. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, they always do this. Like, this is a render at best, I believe. And the only reason they put it out is because X-Transbots dropped theirs last couple weeks ago. And that's the only reason. They were waiting for TFCon. So yeah, like I said, but it still looks good, and I'll probably be getting this. With that said, however, and here's the car mode. So of course, you know, they're going to repaint it as Ratchet. Makes no sense not to. Like, it's basically the same figure, so you don't even have to remold it. And I just threw this in for good measure because it's MMCs all built in. I don't like the way it looks, and I think it's going to suffer from the all built in. However, those that are in that scale, this would never scale with my collection anyhow. But those that are in for this scale, I mean, it looks okay. I don't really like the way the combine mode looks personally. I don't know. It's something about the proportions. And that's pretty much it. That's all that I have interest in. Again, I'm hoping the sound is okay. I'm still trying to dial it in. I'm learning some stuff, some new stuff. You know, you never know too much to learn new stuff. You know, I've been recording for years, like 30 years. I've been in the studio recording a lot. like early on. So I know a lot about equipment. I know a lot about stuff, but I'm still learning this stuff here. So with that said, I appreciate everybody watching, and I'm hoping the sound is great, or at least good. I'll dial it in though. Again, I'm not sure when the podcast is coming out. I'm not sure when we're going to record the first episode, but I can tell you the first episode is probably going to be a little introductory, and we're going to talk about some probably music stuff. I pitched to my boy Bryson. He's supposed to be on it with me, and we've been in this music game for a minute, so it's a lot. So we're gonna go through some of that, and just I'm trying to think of a schedule. Maybe once a month I'm gonna drop an episode, so we'll see. But again, thanks for watching this video. I know you're not here for this. You were here for the TFCon slides. But if you made it all the way through to here, I appreciate it. And I will get up with you in another one. Peace.
Life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.